Dear students, good morning to everyone. Today I am going to teach you the second part of the 100 Races written by E.L. Bashar Lister. In this part, 4 important points have been mentioned here, in which the first one is Miss Mason reads the letter before the students which had been sent by Wanda's father and instructs them not to teach anyone like Wanda. This was the first instruction given by Miss Mason just after going through the letter sent by Wanda's father. The second one, Peggy and Maddie confess their guilt and want to be forgiven by Wanda Petronsky because they were the students who used to teach Wanda Petronsky many times. Third one is they write a letter describing winning of medal by drawing contest and wish to be responded. Fourth one, Wanda responds the letter by describing the new school and requesting Miss Mason to offer her drawing to Peggy and Maddie. Now, just after going through the 4 points, you must go through chapter which is as under. While the class was circling the room, the monitor from the principal's office brought Miss Mason a note. When students were getting arranged inside the classroom, the monitor went to the principal office and brought a letter and gave to Miss Mason. Miss Mason read it several times and studied it thoughtfully for a while. Just after going through the letter, Miss Mason read it thoughtfully and concluded what to say among the students. Then she clapped her hands. After going through the letter, she clapped her hands. Attention class, everyone back to their seats. When she uttered the word attention class, everyone went to their seats. When the shuffling of feet had stopped and the room was still and quiet, Miss Mason said, "I have letter from Wanda, father, that I want to read to you." When the students became silent inside the classroom, Miss Mason stated that she had received the letter from Wanda Petronsky father and she was willing to read the letter before them. Miss Mason stood there a moment and the silence in the room grew tense and expectant. When Miss Mason was willing to read the letter, there was complete silence in the room because all the students were willing to know the contents of the letter. The teacher adjusted her glasses slowly and deliberately. Miss Mason adjusted her glass in order to go through the letter very deeply. Her manner indicated that was coming. This letter from Wanda's father was a matter of great importance. In real sense, the letter which was sent by Wanda's father was not an ordinary letter. Rather, it was a very important letter related to her absentees from school. Everybody listened closely as Miss Mason read the brief notes. When Miss Mason started going through the letter, everyone inside the class listened it very peacefully. "Dear teacher, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore." This letter was written by Wanda Petronsky's father addressing to the teacher. "Dear teacher, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jake also. Now we move away to big city. No more holler or lack. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petronsky." In that letter, it was mentioned that Wanda would never attend this school anymore. Not only this, Wanda had been admitted in such kind of school where she would not be teased on the basis of her strange name. As the school where she was admitted, plenty of funny names were registered in that very school. A deep silence made the reading of this letter. When Miss Mason was reading the letter before the students, there was complete silence at the classroom. Miss Mason took off her glasses, blew on them, and wiped them on her soft white handkerchief. Then she put them on again and looked at the class. When she spoke, her voice was very low. One, she was willing to address the students. Related to the content of the letter, her voice was very slow. उसकी आवाज़ काफ़ी धीमी थी. I am sure that none of the boys and girls in room 13 would purposely and deliberately hurt anyone's feelings because his or her name happened to be along. And she was expecting that just after this event, no one would tease anyone having funny names. Unfamiliar one, which would be unfamiliar. I prefer to think that what was said in thoughtlessness, and she uttered the word just after having deeper thought related to the letter. I know that all of you feel the way I do, and stated that whatever was being felt by her would be felt by everyone. That this is very unfortunate thing to have happened, unfortunate and sad. Both she stated that the incident was unfortunate and sad also. And I want you to all think about it. And she expressed her concern just after asking the students to think over the thing and not to repeat such kind of things later on. The first period was a study period. पहला period जो था study period था. Maddie tried to prepare her lessons, but she could not put her mind on her work. Maddie अपना लेसन तैयार करना चाह रही थी, लेकिन उसकी mind concentrate नहीं हो पा रही थी. She had a very sick feeling. She had a very sick feeling in the bottom of her stomach, and she was feeling herself guilty. Two, she had not enjoyed listening to Peg ask Wanda how many dresses she had in her closet. At that moment, when Wanda Petronsky was asked by Peg how many dresses she had in her closet, Maddie had never paid proper attention towards it, whether Wanda Petronsky was being teased or not. But she had said nothing. But in real sense, even after knowing that Wanda Petronsky used to feel herself irritated, Maddie had never asked Peggy to stop it. She had stood by silently, and that was just as bad as what Peggy had done. As she did not oppose Peggy to do so she was feeling herself the culprit of the same degree as Peggy was. Maddie had thought they were doing wrong. She could put herself in Wanda's shoes. And considering that phase, she felt herself coward one, as she did not oppose Peggy At least Peggy had not considered they were being mean, but she, Maddie, had thought they were doing wrong. She could not put herself in Wanda's shoes. Well, the second question was being asked before Wanda Petronski's regarding pairs of shoes she had. She did not oppose, means Maddie did not oppose to raise such kind of questions before Wanda Petronsky. Goodness, was not there anything she could do? And she was thinking herself that it would be good if she would oppose Peggy to raise such kind of questions. If only she could tell Wanda she had not meant to hurt her feelings, and in that phase, just after confessing her guilt, she was willing to say before Wanda Petronsky that her intention was not to hurt her feelings. She turned around and stole a glance at Peggy, but Peggy did not look up. She was there inside and willing to keep herself aside from Peggy. She seemed to be studying hard. At that moment, Peggy was not looking towards Maddie as she was studying hard. Well, whether Peggy felt badly or not, she, Maddie, had to do something. Maddie was thinking regarding herself that if the sense of guilt was not being felt by Peggy, she should try her best to make her convinced regarding the action which was being taken by Peggy before Wanda Petronsky. She had to find Wanda Petronsky, and ultimately she started feeling that she had to find Wanda Petronsky. Maybe she had not yet moved away, as it was very clear in the letter that they had shifted in a big city. But still, Maddie was thinking that probably she would not move from that very place. Maybe Peggy would climb the heights with her and they would tell Wanda she had won the contest. And ultimately, Maddie started thinking regarding her arrival at the residence of Wanda Petronsky to tell that Wanda Petronsky had won the medal in drawing contest. That they thought she was smart and her dresses were beautiful. Not only this, she was willing to say before Wanda Petronsky that she was very much smart in drawing different kinds of drawings and had won the medal in the drawing contest. When school was dismissed in the afternoon, Peggy said with pretended casualness, "Hey, let us go and see if that kid had left town or not." After dismissal of the school, Peggy stated before Maddie to see whether Wanda Petronsky had left Boggin's Height or not. So Peggy had the same idea. Maddie glowed. Peg was really alright. Just after listening, the same thought, the same idea of Peggy, Maddie felt herself relieved. The two girls hurried out the building up the street towards Boggin's Height, and on the same day, the two girls started moving in the street towards Boggin's Height, the part of the town that owed such a forbidding air on this kind of a November afternoon, drizzly, damp and dismal. While they were going to meet Wanda Petronsky at Boggin's Height, the month was December. The period was afternoon and it was drizzling, and the atmosphere was damp and sad. Well, at least, said Peggy gruffly, I never did call her a foreigner or make fun of her name. While they were going towards Morningside, Peggy said in a gruffly manner that she had never considered her a foreigner or willing to make fun of her name. I never thought she had the sense to know we were making fun of her anyway. And at that moment, while she used to ask regarding 100 dishes, she was not feeling that Wanda Petronsky used to feel herself irritated. I thought she was too dumb, and as Wanda Petronsky never responded in words, so she considered her dumb one in order to give response. Look how she can draw, and just after recalling the beautiful drawings they were willing to imagine, the drawings made by Wanda Petronsky, Maddie could say nothing. At that moment, when Peggy was discussing regarding drawing, Maddie did not say anything. All she hoped was that they would find Wanda. And at that moment, Maddie was simply hoping that just after reaching at Morgan's height, she would be in position to make Wanda Petronsky. She wanted to tell her that they were sorry they had picked on her and how wonderful the whole school thought she was, and please not to move away and everybody would be nice. They were willing to confess her guilt and were willing to request him to come back to Advil school in order to make beautiful atmosphere and for students. The two girls heroed one. Not only this, she and Peggy would fight anybody who was not nice. At that moment, Maddie considered that if anyone would not be nice, they would fight against him or her. The two girls hurried on. They hoped to reach the top of the hill before dark. दोनों बच्चियाँ बॉगिंग्स हाइट की तरफ चली और वे लोग पहुँचना चाहते थे अंधेरा होने से पहले. I think that is where the Petronsky live, said Maddie, pointing to a little white house. एक white house की तरह इंगित करते हुए मैडी ने कहा कि शायद वांडा पेट्रोन्स्की यही रहती होगी. Wisps of old grass stuck up here and there along the pathway like thin kittens. जिस जगह पर बॉगिंग साइड था, रोड के चारों तरफ घास उगे हुए थे. The house and its sparse little yard looked shabby but clean. बाहर से घर देखने में गंदा दिख रहा था, लेकिन अंदर से काफ़ी साफ सुथरा था. It reminded Maddie of Wanda's one dress. और मैडी को इस तरह की चीज़ देखने के बाद वांडा की एक ड्रेस की याद आई. Her faded blue cotton dress, and that dress was her faded blue cotton dress, shabby but clean. देखने में गंदा था, लेकिन रियली में साफ सुथरा था. There was not a sign of life about the house. और जब वे लोग पार्किंग साइड पहुँचे तो वह घर जहाँ पर वांडा पेट्रोन्स्की रहती थी देखने में सुंदर दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहा था, सजीला दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहा था. Peggy knocked firmly on the door, but there was no answer. Just after reaching at the residence of Wanda Petronsky, Peggy knocked firmly on the door. Peggy ने दरवाजा को खटखटाया कंफर्म होते हुए, लेकिन कोई अंदर से उत्तर नहीं आया। सी एंड मैडी वेंट अराउंड टू बैक यार्ड एंड नॉक देयर। बाद में पीछे की तरफ जा कर के उन लोगों ने पिछले दरवाजे से भी नॉक किया, फिर भी कोई आंसर नहीं आया। स्टिल देयर वाज नो आंसर। इसके बावजूद भी कोई आंसर नहीं था। देयर वाज नो डाउट अबाउट इट। इसमें कोई संदेह नहीं था। द पेट्रॉन्स्कीज वे गॉन। कि पेट्रॉन्स्की अपने बच्चों के साथ वहाँ से जा चुके थे। हाउ कुड दे एवर मेक अमेंड्स। वे लोग सोचने लगे कि आपस में जब वांडा पेट्रॉन्स्की से मुलाकात नहीं हुई है तो कैसे उसे सॉरी बोलेंगे और कैसे अपने आप में सुधार लाएंगे। दे टर्न स्लोली एंड मेड देयर वे बैक डाउन द हिल। वे लोग धीरे धीरे मुड़ गए और पहाड़ी से नीचे उतर गए। Well, anyone said Peggy, she has gone now. So what can we do? पैगी ने कहा कि यद्यपि कि वांडा पेट्रॉन्स्की अब जा चुकी है तो उन लोगों को वास्तव में क्या करना चाहिए था। Besides, when I was asking her about all her dresses, she probably was getting good ideas for her drawings. और पैगी सोच रही थी कि जब वह गुड ड्रेसेस के बारे में वांडा पेट्रॉन्स्की से पूछती थी तो शायद वह अपने मन में गुड ड्रेसेस की ड्राइंग बनाने की कल्पना रखना शुरू की होगी। She might not even have won the contest otherwise। यदि पैगी उससे डिफरेंट 100 ड्रेसेस के बारे में नहीं पूछती और वांडा पेट्रॉन्स्की के अंदर में 100 ड्रेसेस का इमेजिनेशन नहीं होता, और डेफिनेटली वांडा पेट्रॉन्स्की ड्राइंग कॉन्टेस्ट के पीरियड में 100 ड्रेसेस ब्यूटीफुली ड्रॉन नहीं करती और अल्टीमेटली वो प्राइज विनर नहीं होती। Such things were coming in the mind of Peggy. Maddie turned this idea carefully over in her head, for if there were anything in it, she would not have to feel so badly. Maddie उसके विचारों को सुनती हुई और समझती हुई बोलती है कि उसके अंदर में इस तरह के विचार नहीं आने चाहिए और उसे इस बिंदु पर बुरा नहीं होना चाहिए। But that night she could not get to sleep. लेकिन उस रात वह सो नहीं पाई। She thought about Wanda and her faded blue dress and the little house she had lived in. वह हमेशा वांडा पेट्रॉन्स्की के बारे में सोचती रही। उसके फेडेड ड्रेस के बारे में सोची और उस घर के बारे में सोची जो मॉर्गन साइड पर उसका था। And she thought of the glowing picture those 100 dresses made. और वह यह भी सोचना शुरू की किस प्रकार उसने 100 ड्रेसेस बनाया था जो बिल्कुल ब्रिलियंट थे, डिफरेंट कलर्स के थे और काफ़ी अट्रैक्टिव थे। ऑल लाइंड अप इन द क्लासरूम। और सारे ड्रेसेस क्लासरूम में एक तरीके से अरेंज किए हुए थे। एट लास्ट मैडी सैट अप इन द बेड एंड प्लेस्ड हर forehead tight in her hands and really thought and me। मैडी अपने हाथों के सिर पर दबा कर रख कर सोचना शुरू की। दिस वॉज द हार्डेस्ट थिंकिंग शी हैड एवर डन। और जिस समय वो इस तरह की बातें सोच रही थी वह सबसे कठिन समय था उसके लिए। आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम शी रिच्ड एन इम्पॉर्टेंट कंक्लूजन। अंत में सोचते हुए वह एक महत्वपूर्ण निष्कर्ष पर पहुंची। She was never going to stand by and say nothing again। अब वह कभी भी पैगी को इन सब इंसिडेंट में सपोर्ट नहीं करेगी, उसके साथ नहीं रहेगी सपोर्टिव फेज में। If she ever heard anybody picking on someone because they were funny looking or because they had strange names, she would speak up। अब मैडी के दिमाग में आ रहा है कि यदि पैगी किसी को भी इरिटेट करेगी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्ट्रेंज नेम तो मैडी जो है उसे स्टॉप करना चाहेगी, उसे रोकना चाहेगी। शी हैड नो वे ऑफ मेकिंग थिंग्स राइट विथ वांडा। और वो सोच रही थी कि वह वांडा टॉस के साथ ठीक नहीं की, एज शी वॉज अफ्रेड ऑफ ब्रेकिंग ऑफ हर फ्रेंडशिप विथ पेग, क्योंकि उसे डर था कि उसका रिलेशनशिप, उसका फ्रेंडशिप पेग के साथ टूट जाएगा। बट फ्रॉम नाउ ऑन शी वुड नेवर मेक एनीबॉडी एल्स दैट अनहैप्पी अगेन। और अंत वह सोच रही है इसके बाद वह किसी को दुखी नहीं करेगी। दैट्स इट। एंड later on in the next video you will get the related part of the 100 dishes part 2. Thank you very much.